Good morning, Diana and Rhonda and Terry and Monique. Good morning, you guys.
Morning. I love you guys. Look at that beautiful lady down there.
What?
I have to excuse me. I'm putting socks on my feet. It's cold out here today.
That's so crazy. You're saying my friend Ann Dar. I need to send her a friend's request. How in the world me and Ann been talking and is saying I haven't sent her friend's request. You guys know Ann Dar's been on here. Ain't that crazy?
No.
I sure haven't, or they removed it. No, we're friends. Lord have mercy, you guys.
Turn this on before Evan gets out of bed. It's froze.
There you are. There's Ann. And they were saying on Facebook that we were not friends on Facebook. Crazy mess. All right, let me pull up my Facebook. There it goes.
I love you guys. Hey, Terry.
Good morning,
Rhonda.
Chris and Sawana.
I love you guys. I love you,
Morning,
Chris.
Chris.
Chris, I know you've been praying for me. I know
Me.
prayers have been going up.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning, Sunwana.
Um, yeah, I sit out there and talk. I'm still talking funny. I still feel like I'm talking with the list because I don't want my tooth to touch anything.
Morning, Terry.
Yeah, I tried to touch base with as many people last night as I could because all of you guys mean a lot to us.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Diana.
I'm glad to
Diana,
see
I had to have Casey remove all my passwords that are saved. Well, I had him do it on Facebook. I didn't know how to do it. So this morning, that meant I had to put in my password for Google. I had to put it in for YouTube. Oh my goodness. It was just
a mess.
more than I can handle this morning.
It was a lot. Hey, Diana.
Um, you guys,
Morning, Diana.
you guys be sure to um, pray for my daughter. You guys, she left with her backpack yesterday. Her backpack, and which she seems to carry that all the time. But when she loads it down with snacks and crackers and stuff like that, I'm just praying that she'll get stuff straightened out. Good morning, Michelle.
Hey, Michelle.
Good good morning, Craig. Craig, I was able to show the 1 year yesterday. The one
Hey.
year popped up where you tagged me in the picture I sent you. So I shared that for the 1 year. Thank you, Diana. Um, you know, I was told that the after about the 90 days that sometimes that's a hard milestone right there.
Yeah.
And she was right to tell me. Oh, Diana, um, how do you turn on my okay? You have to do it through Diana, you have to do it through YouTube. I mean, yeah, YouTube. When you set up your StreamYard, you go back and have to put everything in YouTube as well. That's how you do it, Diana.
This is ridiculous.
And you make sure everything's right on YouTube. Then you pop out the live chat on YouTube. And after you share out everything, then you just keep your live chat to the one side and then your StreamYard as the main. And you try to do it at the same time. Try to do, Diana, what I do is I try to get StreamYard up first. And I will send like Denise the link so she could talk to me while I'm doing it. Then I go to Facebook and start doing everything on Facebook. All the descriptions, all of the just everything. And then when you got all that done, you get that done before you go live.
I'll be right back.
Thank you, Anne. Thank you. And and like she told me, well, you've never been. Good morning, Mandy. Mandy, if you go to her Facebook, because Mandy is on Facebook, you guys. If you can find her, if you're on her friends list on Facebook, Mandy, you can reach her that way. If she's in Wi-Fi, which hopefully she is, because I know she'll talk to you. I know she will. But right now, she needs somebody to talk to, somebody that's been there. And
Yeah.
like she said, I haven't been there on her end. I only know, but like I told her, I've been on this end. And it, that I loved her and I worried about her every single day while she was out there. So Mandy, Casey will see her today, maybe if she comes. And I think you'd be the best one for her to talk to. The young lady I'm talking to, you guys, that's on YouTube, on Facebook. She's been over a year sober now, clean and sober, and I'm proud of her. Very, very proud of her. So, very compassionate young woman. And if anybody could reach Tiffany in a positive way, it would be her.
Mm.
So right now, I'm the only bad guy in the house. So, as a mom, even if it's not this kind of thing, as a mom, we're always a bad guy. Is that not true, Sonia?
Definitely true.
We have
We
to
are
be
always.
we have to be the bad guy. Kevin can talk to her in a soothing way. And yes, Terry, when Denise comes back, I'll get her to say a prayer because I can't do it right now. Because if I did, I do believe you guys would see me in a crying mess. Okay. Mandy, if you will send your phone number, reach out to Casey because he's the one that's supposed to see her, and send him your phone number. That would help. But and if I talk funny, it's because my tooth is still bothering me. Terry said, Sonia, you still awake?
Yeah, I'm awake.
I'm back. Sorry, guys.
But yeah, you guys, I reached out to a lot of you, sent you guys love and positive. I tried before I went to bed. I tried to think positive thoughts and you got each and every one of you guys are part of my heart. So it helped me to send you guys love. It just helped. Casey, Mandy will probably be reaching out to you with her phone number. Our Mandy, yeah. We call her our Mandy. If she's okay, she's just wanting to see if she can help. Okay, thank you. If the worldwide virus didn't do anything, it helped us by bulk, not crazy bulk, but extras like no.
It's okay.
Uh, uh, you guys, it's that kind of morning. That kind of morning.
This
Sorry, I
weekend
shouldn't laugh.
in
You
my
can
freezer
laugh.
cabinet refrigerator. Yeah.
Yes, because he jacked my lotion. He just jacked my lotion, you guys. Hey, I need some more coffee. I probably don't need any more coffee. Denise, you can keep this one because I got another one up under here. Denise, will you lead us in a word of prayer? Or Casey, do you feel like coming in here and saying a prayer? You don't have to be on camera if you just stand here. So you guys, Casey, for those that know them, they know they're Casey. So yes, Terry, we will pray right now.
Go ahead, Casey.
Today, many of us with problems that weigh heavily on our hearts. Some of us are having trouble in the home. Some of us are having trouble regarding our homes. Lord, there's so much that's going on today that is cause for anxiety, and especially in still continuing to deal with this virus that's going around and not knowing if you're going to get sick or not. So, God, we're kind of getting hit from every angle. So, Lord, I ask that you, who knows everything before it happens, you who protects us and keeps us, Lord, we ask that you lay your hands on us today and wrap your arms around us and give us your strength and give us your peace. Lord, be with us as we go about our day today, wherever we go, and keep us safe. Lord, in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
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 Thank you, Casey. Thank you very much. That was awesome.
Okay, Terry. I appreciate even that I know what that my gift looks like.
Yes.
But thank you guys for praying and I mean I believe I have to. But for me it was like getting a part of me back,
Yep.
riding in the car and um, having a relationship, again, and it's hard when they turn their backs on you again. It's hard. It's hard. But on a good note, the one good thing, um, she was trying to find a pair of shoes to, hey, Will, good morning.
Hey,
Good
Will.
morning. Good morning, Will.
Good to
Missed
see
that
you.
beautiful face, but I did watch him go through another Dollar Tree.
Yep.
But she did ask to try to find a pair of my shoes that wasn't flip flops. But you guys have to understand, I wear like a 9.5, and she wears 11, 12. And I tried to find my rain boots because rain boots are bigger,
Yeah.
and she could find one but not the other. So that was before she left. And I told her I loved her, and she said, "Love you too," as she's going out the door. So that's
Yeah.
different than last time.
Yeah.
And I know the guy that picked her up. I love him. He lives right down the road. If she stays with him, I wish I would have. I wish I would have reached out to him, because if she stayed with him, I would have slept better.
Yeah.
Okay, Sam Wanda, I love you. Be safe
Yes.
as you go to your dialysis. It's
Thank,
always good to see your beautiful face.
yes.
Always.
Thank you.
And you guys always please keep Samwana in your prayers. She has a lot of health issues. Sonia has her health issues, and Denise does. But you know what? That's what brought all of us together in
Yeah.
a way,
Yeah.
was each of us going through some type of hardship. And so that's kind of how I bonded with all of you guys, I believe. That's what
Yeah.
I believe. Um,
God brought each one that needed to be here. He sure brought me here because I was not. It just happened.
Yeah.
And I
Same.
did. I seen Christian Womanhood, and I'm like, oh, thank you, Jesus. You just stuck it right in my face. I got it. I'm going.
Sonia, how did I find you? How did we find each other?
Um, I'm not sure what live we were on together. And then you watched one of my videos and commented, so I jumped on yours and I haven't left.
All right. It would have either been Barefoot,
Yeah. Might have
uh,
even been Super Dave.
Super Dave. I
Yeah.
guarantee it was Super Dave.
Oh, yeah.
Terry, I don't know if I should have gotten those, and I should have commented. I believe I commented. But I always like to know where. It's like, where did we meet? I'm like that in public. I'm like, was I one of the daycare? Did you know me from daycare or intercall? Daycare or conference center? Because those are the only two lives that I had for a long time. For, let me see, 13 years or more in daycare. That was including 5 years of my own daycare. And then 10 years with the conferencing center that was mostly women. So I always have to ask, did I have your kid, or were we at the conferencing center? And, the devil will try to get to you in so many different ways. I say that.
Yeah.
Um, oh, my Ian,
Hey, Ian.
I've
Oh,
missed this. I have
I,
missed this crazy man that makes me laugh. I have
I,
missed him.
I'm glad you're here, Ian. You have been missed. We talk about you.
You guys, Will is starting over. So you guys show him love, and we got to get his channel back up and going again. It's awful when you get hacked.
Yes.
Oh, the truth. Be strong and of a good courage. Fear not, nor be afraid of them. For the Lord thy God, he it is that doth go with thee. He will not fail thee, nor forsake thee. God bless these women. #1 YouTube channel. Thank
Oh,
you.
thank you.
Thank you, the truth. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
That.
I really, really appreciate that. But you know, like I said, the devil's trying to say one thing, and I have felt lazy because I haven't been out there, you know, visiting other channels. But it's like when Kevin gets home, Denise knows when
Yeah.
Kevin's home, I try not to have any of it up. I'm so tired at night now that when he's not here, I mean, when I get off of here, I can't pick up my momentum right now.
Awesome to hear.
Yes, Terry, please, 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 you start doing videos as you're making your things.
Yeah.
That's what you need to do.
Mhm. I'm gonna need y'all's prayers for tomorrow. We have to make that trip to St. Mary's, and I'll be in the back seat again. And my pain is way up there, and it's just
Oh, Denise.
so much worse. And I know, but I know prayer works, and I can get through that trip and back home and be okay. Y'all just pray for me, cause yeah, my pain has been way overwhelming.
Oh, Denise.
It's hard today, but I was coming on here regardless.
But it's bad enough that ride.
Yeah.
There's Tracy. Hey, Tracy, our love.
Hey, my Traci, I love you.
Ian,
Love you.
I would love to tell you that it's all finished, but he got paid and there's so much. There's now we're loving it. Don't get me wrong. We're loving it. And I need to do a walkthrough video. I don't know if I have. Denise has seen it.
Yeah.
But there's things like the back porch is a complete mess
Oh, yeah.
of what he used. Supplies. It's a huge mess back there. Um, he didn't finish like do the cleanup of all that. There's places on the outside that he didn't finish. There's where our washer plugs up, he didn't even do an outlet cover. So I mean, and I'm gonna go around and take pictures of it. Um, I'm gonna take pictures of everything because Kevin don't like confrontation. It is his cousin, but he's supposed to be professional. So I'm gonna take pictures of everything.
I don't have any room back there, and the seat is very comfortable. It's not that, it's just I have no room to put my feet. I can't move the seat back. I can't move it up. I don't have the heated seat back there like I do up front. It's just a lot of things.
Sometimes the worst place to be in is a car when you're in pain.
Yeah,
It's just a lot of things that are more comfortable up front that I don't have in the back. But Alvin needs it worse than I do because of
Yeah.
his back. And I'm not going to make him sit in that back seat.
Yeah, because he's so tall and everything.
Man,
I just took a short ride yesterday. I didn't even get out.
no.
And I was so glad to get home. I felt like I done rode to Texas or something. I was hurting so bad.
Yeah, it's just, you know, when
Yeah,
Alvin was
Tracy's
8
babysitting a 3-year-old.
that far, and I
I'm doing that in the morning.
you know, I'm getting leg cramps back there. I'm going to stop the car and I got to get out. We're in an emergency line. The cops are coming up, making sure I'm okay. Make sure ain't nobody had to grab me or anything. I'm like, no, I'm fine. I said, that's my husband and my brother-in-law up there. So I got a cramp. We had to pull over because I got to get it out now. And I'm walking back and two. So just about every time there is the police come up. And I'm like, oh, Lord, here we go again.
They
Girl,
are,
when
Tracy.
I pull over wherever we are, I don't care. I got to get out.
Tracy said the baby is so busy. Yeah, 3-year-old. I love those
Yeah.
age groups.
I'm babysitting my goddaughter for I think an hour tomorrow. And yeah, they're very busy. They don't sit still.
I used to love it, but there's no way, Tracy, that I could be work in a daycare anymore. I don't have the energy for it.
No, I know I don't.
And you
Even,
guys pray for Ian. He's with his dad, taking care of his dad.
Yeah.
And you guys, MawMaw fell again yesterday. And Kevin and my son-in-law from my oldest daughter, I had to holler out the back door for them to run in and help get her up out the floor. So I need to keep up with when it happens and write it down because this done happened so many times here recently. We can't leave the house without somebody to be here.
Yeah.
And I told her, even if she goes, and it's mostly in the bathroom. It's mostly in the bathroom. So
Can you get one of those things like Dad's got one? His hangs on his neck, but one of my other friends has got one that goes on the wrist. So when they do fall, yeah, they can at least press the button.
She just kind of bruised up, Ian, because I noticed yesterday on her, kind of on her hip, she had a bruise. Is her knees giving out? She needs surgery, but she's afraid of surgery. She's afraid to do it.
it's just like her getting into the shower and.
Now, the shower, my sister-in-law showed me how to do the shower part. But
we used to have someone come in and shower Dad every second day, and that was covered by his aged care. I don't know what you guys have available up there.
she probably could, but that would have to be a last resort to kind of, I guess you would say, keep her dignity intact.
Yeah, it was hard for Dad in the beginning.
Yeah.
And I can understand that.
I don't know if any of you seen her haircut.
Oh, it's
No.
beautiful.
I told her, I said, you done got a Sandy haircut. It's as short as Sandy's. But it looks so good. It makes her hair look fuller. and all she's got to do is kind of take her fingers and run through the top of it.
Yep.
Monique said yes, she loves it.
It looks great. Monique.
Traci, I'll have to ask her. Ian, I'm gonna have to do a walkthrough, do one and upload it so you can see, because he asked, all right, does she have a walk-in shower?
That's what
Ian,
we do for Dad, Tracy. He presses the button and there's 3 numbers it calls, and if no one answers after the 3 numbers, then they call like professions or something.
good morning, Myra. Now, Ian, Denise has seen it.
Hey, Myra. Yes, I have.
Denise, it's a huge shower, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it is big.
It is as big as our other bathroom, or bigger.
That shower.
It is. MawMaw could get it. She could actually go into that shower and turn around in her wheelchair. That's how big that the shower was made.
It is huge.
So, good morning, Darlene B. Good morning.
Hey, Darlene B.
So, yes. There's only minor things I'm really disappointed about, but it has been so nice. It has been wonderful. But
That's huge.
When you pay somebody, they need to come, and I mean, the guy's even got a saw out in the rain. It's been in the rain. One of the, what do you call them? The ones that you pull down the thing. Look, I should know, but
I know what you're saying, but I can't remember the name.
Yeah, that's the kind of pricey thing to buy. It's been out in the rain.
That's what my dad does. It drives me insane.
Oh, yeah,
a tile saw. Thank you, Ann.
Yep.
But if somebody's professional, how in the world you don't take care of your tools?
And they're not cheap either.
No, and I let them use my shop vac. I don't even know if it's going to work now. It is awful. And it is just awful.
Put some sewing machine oil on it, which will help re-grease it up. And
well, I've got to get the filter off. They did wet stuff, but they did it with a dry filter. They did not ask for the filter for the wet filter, because it's a wet dry bath.
Yeah.
So oh my gosh, I can't even explain how it's coated and molded. I mean, it's just a mess. And see there, Ian, usually when somebody asks how the project goes, we just say that's just a bad thing to ask in our house. So I'm sorry I let my other hamster up here, Matt, that has the teeth, take you guys down that pathway. Denise is laughing because she'll be live sometime. We'll be FaceTiming, and one of the nurses or somebody can come in and they'll ask about the project. And Denise sees the look that comes across my face. I said, "Don't even ask. Don't even ask." And no, you can't find people that. Good morning, Lori.
Morning.
Good morning. You can't hardly find people nowadays that want to work.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
Yes. You can't find them.
No.
You can't find people even come and do an estimate. And he is professional. Ian, our pond is still our natural pond is still slimy, and it has a huge turtle living in it, and it still has the bullfrogs, probably a moccasin or two, snake. I don't know. I don't get close to it since Keelan saw one.
Over
Oh,
here, we call what you call a moccasin is completely different to what we call a moccasin. I'm thinking of floating slippers.
Oh, yeah. We call them
oh, man.
cottonmouth.
Stupid.
Co-
Water moccasins
Cottonmouth.
are they bad snakes. They poisonous. They come after you.
Mm.
Good morning. Good
They
morning, Mary.
after you.
Good morning, Mary. I hope you're having a good morning. Oh, and
Morning,
no,
Mary.
I'm not eating frog legs. No, thank you.
I like
No,
frog legs.
I know.
Frog bigger than my granny cooked. I didn't ever clean them because I wasn't doing that. You forget that. We go
I've
frog giggling, but I ain't cleaning them.
I've seen them, and they do look like a when they're skin out and everything. They do look like a chicken wing. But my thing is, see, Monique said they taste just like chicken. Well, they're expensive. You can only find them here in like certain restaurants, and they're expensive. Why would you pay that much money for frog legs if they taste like chicken
Wow.
when you can just eat chicken? Welcome back, Hidden
Sam,
in
no.
Jesus. Let me make sure we're still connected. Look, why is it they say everything tastes like chicken? They'll say uh gator tail tastes like chicken. Look, I just eat chicken.
There you go, Trace.
See, Tracy says exactly.
No, they don't taste
Oh
fishy to
no,
me.
she's talking about the wheelchair ramp. Yeah,
Yes, and
Ian. Ian, are you gonna name my pond as a natural? What they say, a natural environment? It looks like we too broke to turn it back into a pool right now.
I know a few people who have turned their pools into ponds and turtle homes and trout farms.
Ian, Will, I got that foodie and I hadn't broke it out. Seems like the only thing I break it out for, I haven't used the fryer part. It's like I need to. It's like I need to do a FaceTime with Will, and you walk me through the whole how to put it in there and like fry chicken or fry something because you make all kind of good food with it. And the only way I'm gonna be able to do it, Will, is if you FaceTime with me, or me and you do a StreamYard. You do a StreamYard with me and help me do the foodie.
yeah, because Darlene can't fry chicken.
Oh, go fix you some chili.
Yeah,
We love you, Terry.
love you, Terry.
You always talk about food on here.
I know, I'm sorry, I do. I Yeah, I baked pork chops last night and baked beans. Well, so much was going on. The baked beans, some of them was hard. So in other words,
Oh
MawMaw ate a
no.
few. I messed up the baked beans.
So the beans were very well baked.
Yeah. Um, and I couldn't eat the pork chop because of my mouth, so I just pulled
Mm,
the fat off
that's
of
the
some
best
of.
bit.
So I ate the fat off of the pork chops. What they say,
Bad.
you are what you eat. I'm pork fat.
Oh,
Not me. I don't eat fat,
Okay.
period.
Will said the fried chicken
I don't eat fat.
was not right.
No.
Will, I can't fry
No.
chicken. I can't fry chicken, but I can fry the heck out of some cubed pork and
Yep.
cubed steak.
Steak.
Now the cube steak, it sometimes you get some good, sometimes you don't. But to me, the cube pork, I can always eat that. I'm not trying to eat nothing really until this tooth comes out because I can be eating and everything will be fine on this side. Next thing I know, that tooth touches down and
did you actually end up with an abscess?
that I guess it was for them to
Yeah.
give me antibiotics. And it's next month, the 18th of
Mm.
next month before I go. And if they said when I finish my antibiotics, if it starts hurting again, they'll give me another round. And I'm taking Tylenol um, during the day. Ian, it ain't going to be replaced.
Hey, hidden in Jesus. Good to see you. Glad you're here.
Will, I stick with the pressure. I do the pressure cooker. It's great for. It is really great for to do the chicken in, like not air fry it, but when I want to do chicken and rice or
Oh
something
yeah.
like that, I could put the meat in, the chicken frozen into that, and it doesn't take no time to cook.
Comes out like it's been in a slow cooker for 8 hours.
Yes, yes. The fresh peas that I froze, fresh shelled peas. Oh my gosh, they don't take no time and they are
Oh.
so good. So now, Will, you did what was
Flowers.
it? Was it a Boston butt that you did, Will? Because I watched you do some kind of meat on yours, and I watched everything you did, and it looked so good.
My
You
son cooks
guys,
Boston butt in his slow cooker with barbecue sauce. His homemade barbecue sauce. He's already
um,
made up
it-
spices and barbecue sauce. My middle child. But it's so funny because both of my boys ended up the cooks in the house.
hey, a lot of
The
guys
wife
can
don't.
cook.
Honey, my sons can cook. Woo. My oldest
Good
son
I'm gonna
morning.
does a lot of gourmet stuff. My youngest son does just old fashioned, you know. But like I said, he's made up his own barbecue sauce. He's made up his own spices, and everybody loves them. They love for Josh to make barbecue for stuff at church, and he's
I'm
got
gonna
a new
teach my
smoker, smoke 'em all. Oh yeah, he's all into that.
Good morning,
It's big,
Grayscale.
great.
Tony.
I'm gonna
Good
I
teach
morning.
love
my
it. Go ahead.
12-year-old how to cook. He's the only boy and he needs to know how to cook.
If any, those of you that are on my
Yeah.
Facebook, you guys go and look at that cake. My our oldest
Oh.
daughter brought. She has a cake business now.
That was amazing.
It's
I was drooling while I was looking at it.
I'm
Oh, it looks
telling you.
good.
And I don't even like cake, but I was drooling.
It's fun.
Ian, it's
I
it's
know.
funny you said that
Did you see it, Connie?
because the gum back there where I had wisdom teeth pulled, and then that tooth is by an empty place. That gum has always hurt. It's weird. It's like
Yeah. 'Cause
that area. And
you
oh
still have
yeah,
teeth,
guys.
a piece of teeth in. I'm telling
Um,
you, that's what it.
she put a little bottle of Crown Royal like upside down, and that's what that cake was. Crown Royal. But Kevin smelled of it. What was, I don't think it was Crown Royal in the little bottle that was on the cake. But I'm going to tell you, see, I wasn't, even when I would sometimes get a mixed drink, which I have not in I don't know how long, but I never liked that. And Kevin he would drink that with Sprite. So she calls that the
Yeah.
Crown Royal cake. And Casey
Uh-uh.
done text me. He said, Mom, be careful how much you eat. He said, because she put it in both the frosting and the cake. And he said, sometimes if you don't cook the alcohol out, you will get the effects of it.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
What? It's,
But I
if
I
it's
did what
bad,
we call eating. Do what, Denise?
yeah. If it's not cooked, the alcohol's not cooked out. It's in the cake.
Oh,
It's
Yeah.
in frosting. It'll make yeah. Oh
So
yeah.
okay.
you could end up the wall after having a slice of cake.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Because most of it is the frosting I like anyway, but all of it was so good. So I took a picture and sent it to the morning girls, as I call them. I said
Uh-huh.
I said I'm eating my feelings. I
And what
had
I
me
tell you, take it
I was
slow and easy.
I was laying in bed eating my feelings is what I call it.
Yeah.
Um, so you guys continue to pray for my daughter.
And I didn't even know liquor was in it.
Um, you guys continue to pray for my daughter. She packed her to go bag because I asked for a drug test
Yeah.
and she refused and caused a lot of conflict yesterday. And she took her book bag and her purse. So I don't know if she's going to come back and go talk to the people at the courthouse um, and go see a doctor. It's already going on 10 o'clock and we haven't heard from her. So you guys, today, let me see, she's been off the street, would have been off the street today, 103 days. And I was told that usually around the 90-day mark is rough. I don't know because she's right. I don't know. I don't know. I've never lived on the street, so I don't know.
No.
But I did tell her that how in the world can you want to uh, leave the house? You know, you've had a bed to sleep on, you've had clean clothes, you've had food to eat, and you know that we've cooked, and you hadn't worried about that. So I don't know. Monique, I don't know if she's back on the street. I know a friend of hers picked her up. I love him. I've known him for a long, long, long time. He's like one of my
Good.
kids.
Yeah, he's a good fella. So if Tiffany
So
stayed with him, that'd be great.
yes, I would be okay if that's where she stayed, but I don't know. I don't know.
She just doesn't know
Um,
the point. Can you
so
get in touch with Bo to see if she's still there with him? Or if she's staying with him?
I don't have his phone number or a way to get in touch with him.
Oh,
I mean, I could ride down to the end of the road and ask him.
I know, but you don't want to go down there and another conflict happen right now
Mary, yeah, she said, it,
in her heart.
yeah,
There's a warfare going on inside of her right now.
Monique, that's what I said too. Um,
Exactly.
she said it was trust issue and ranted and raved about that. But I said, well, okay, then if you pass it, that's wonderful. But it was a big thing, and you, in her head, she was saying that I was making her leave again, and I never did that. So she said
That's how
things. She said things to try to make me angry.
yeah.
Um, and she said things that made me worry about her safety. So our friend that was responsible for her, as a that she was living with, the police was called. Hopefully, um, but once they got here, she just said she had not said she was going to hurt herself, because I told her she needed to be committed. If she felt like she wanted to hurt herself, then she needed to go. So the EMS came with the police, and I went back there and told them that she was saying she wanted not to be here anymore, and she wanted to harm herself, but no, they didn't do anything. So you guys, I don't know what's going to happen today. I don't know. Um, I know Keevan had me pray this morning before he went to work, and Casey prayed this morning because Sonia has her stuff going on, so it's not all about me.
Yeah.
Sonia and Denise and most of you guys, that's what brought us together. Um,
Traci,
yep,
Sandy,
yep.
Liz,
Um,
all of
whether
us will
it's
be back.
whether it's mental,
All our people
heck,
will be back. Sonia,
mental goes along with the physical,
Oh yeah,
yes.
definitely.
I think the
and
mental's worse than the physical.
it is, and so she's dealing with the mental. Rhonda, that is exactly what she said, Rhonda. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Kids
Yeah,
can be
that's
brutal.
exactly what I said, Tracy.
Kids can be brutal with their mouths. Ooh.
Oh yeah,
She needs to go to meetings. She needs to go somewhere, people. And we told her we would take her. Um, I done all I can do. Thank you, Monique. I mean, look, after a year,
It's not
she done
about
really
you.
She
Oh,
really done well for 90 days. She really
Yeah.
did, you guys.
And
And go ahead.
like coming from like where I've been there myself, and I do have my oldest daughter in a similar situation. A lot of guilt does come with the burden, and you do feel like you're burdening other people. Um, and when your head's not in the right place as well, um, and yeah, it is difficult when you hit that 90-day period, because you would like the quick fix for it to be all gone and the battle to finish, and you've just got to push through, and she will get there.
And I told her, I said, you can find some wonderful people to talk to on YouTube that knows. I said, the people that's on, I said, add them to your Facebook. They understand. There's so many that understand what you're going
Yeah.
through.
And you're in a
yeah,
small
'cause I've
town
been there.
where everybody knows everybody,
Hmm.
which that would make it
Yeah.
hard as well.
And you guys, I did not act in I had to ask God for forgiveness because the ungodliness of me kind of came out yesterday. And also when a stranger come that I'd never met pulled up in my yard.
Mm,
Um, and I went out there, tapped on his window because they were all blacked out so much I couldn't even see. And that's illegal here. You can't have window tint that's totally blacked out. But I did go out there, you guys, while she was in here because
Yeah,
she'd been
you can.
gone since like 3 o'clock in the morning, hadn't slept. I went and knocked on his window and I asked what he was doing and what his name was, and I flat out asked, was he a drug dealer? You guys, that's judgment. That is, I could have asked, what's your name? I could have said everything in a different way. But I found out he's been a year clean and sober. And so what's it feel like for somebody to come out of their house and ask if you're a drug dealer? No, I shouldn't have done that. That's why I'm telling you guys, and I've told other people, I fall short of the glory of God. And I pray for forgiveness for that. But, and he asked me, well, what business? What is it your business to ask me that? Because you were
Yeah.
in my driveway. That's my house.
yeah.
But I didn't do it correctly. Hey, Ben. Good morning, Ben. Oh, thank you, Sandy, for putting that by his grace.
Oh,
Mary,
Good
Sandy.
morning to you all. I love you. I love you. That's
um,
it. That's all I got.
who asked could I tell him that?
Yeah.
Yay.
I'm gonna go. I know where he's at on Facebook, and I can go on Facebook and send him a message and tell him that I did not act in a correct way. I did not um, show that I love God. That I did act in judgment. So yes, I'm gonna send him a message through Facebook because I just didn't act right.
My goodness, what did I miss?
But you would have been coming out of a place of love for your daughter and concern as well. So, don't beat yourself up too much about it, because you were doing what any
You
parent would
guys
do.
just don't see my crazy face. I had crazy face.
Oh, yes, I
Mm.
do. I see you.
Yes, you do.
Oh, I tell you, you guys just hadn't seen that. But
We all have a dark side.
Yes, we do.
Man, if you'd heard some of the things that have come out of my mouth lately, you wouldn't want to speak to me.
well, on Twitter. Oh, okay. Traci wants to know, did everything calm down, Sandy?
Right now, yes. But
Goes the weasel.
it's a volatile situation. Let's just say that. And it has not been resolved yet.
See, you guys, we all have the stuff that comes up in our lives that really test us. But
Good morning, Mary.
yeah, Mary said, Hiya, by his grace.
There she is.
So,
Well, after my computer caught on fire.
Oh.
Yeah. I figure I'm living by his grace. Could have been disastrous.
Yes,
Yeah.
Tiffany's computer almost it fried. The fan or something stopped working, and it caused that. So I knew that laptops can kind of catch on fire.
Well, let's see. Do I have it here? Yeah, I do. I'll show you guys what happened. Oops, I lost you.
Yeah, Ian said he almost used the dark side of the force the other day.
Mm.
Good morning, Kathy Corner, and welcome, and good morning.
Let's see.
Let me see.
Okay. Oh no, I'm going to have to turn on the light. Okay.
Kathy, we're all just trying to make it, honey. Just all trying to make it.
That could have been disastrous.
Now, let me see what you're...
That was sitting on my chest, or whether the computer is right now. When that.
Woo!
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was in your lap?
Yep.
No, it's on my chest.
Well, on my chest.
Oh, that's even worse.
And that's not even near the fan. That's where you stick something else in it to transfer it to another laptop or another computer.
That's the docking station.
Yeah.
So, I have a very small burn on my stomach where it was sitting.
Oh my goodness.
And, yeah.
Sister Monet.
If I hadn't been, I was just beginning to doze off. when that happened. If I had been asleep, I would have gotten a bigger burn.
That's scary.
And probably would have caught the bed on fire, and could have been much worse.
Mm.
Yeah.
So you had it on your clothing. See, I always, if I put it on my chest or lap, I always have like a wooden box that art supplies came in. I always put it on that so it can breathe, because I know, and sometimes the charging cord will be hot.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
So, it heats up, and if the fan Sandy ever gets stopped up,
Yeah.
it'll do that.
That looks more like a
Tiffany used to fall asleep with it on her bed, and hers shorted out one night, and she woke up smelling wires burning, and that's what it was.
Yeah.
But that looks more like a what's the word? Manufacture issue. Like for it to burn there. It looked
Yeah.
Like normally it's around.
That's where it hooks into the docking station,
Mm.
and it was sitting right where it's sitting right now, which is basically on my stomach.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Tony, it could have been much worse.
Thank God you weren't asleep.
You're making me paranoid now. I've got mine sitting on my blanket on my lap. I'm actually touching it to make sure it's not hot.
Yeah.
The computer was not hot. That's a short.
Wow.
That's not the fan stopping. That's a short in the docking station. And it's sitting on top of my t-shirt, so there was no metal going across the pins or anything.
Mm.
So,
how long have you had it?
I think I bought it used.
Okay.
So,
but I don't know if you save stuff to it. I used mine for everything, and then when it stopped working, I'd send it to Karen so she could get stuff off the hard drive.
yeah.
I have all kind of pictures and stuff like that, and it's like
I've got a ton of stuff on it.
Yeah.
Just a ton.
I've put all my YouTube videos on mine just in case something happens to my YouTube, and I've still got the videos.
Yeah.
I mean,
Tracy.
Yeah.
I went through so many, but Casey, he did download and saved all my information when I turned my other computer in. The one I was rent to own. When I turned that one in, he had everything. He put on a drive, so I was able to put it on this computer.
Sometimes it's worth every few months actually just doing that anyway.
Yeah, Grayscale said get a big USB stick and save your materials.
Yeah, that's what Gianna told me to do.
It's like when you set up your YouTube, you have a certain way you do that. And you have all your stuff saved on your YouTube so when you're hacked, like Will was hacked and lose everything, you just feel like you lost part of your life that you poured into it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way I look at it.
That's one of the reasons why when I've heard it's happened to a few people, I now try and back everything up. Because
as I understand
some of those videos
pull the hard drive out of it
Yeah, you can with some of them. But like a lot of my videos that I've made are specifically for family to look back at when I'm no longer here. So they're kind of important.
And then going from one kind of computer to another, and it's you have to. It's like the pictures that I used to as my thumbnails. Like I didn't have my, I had to start all over making thumbnails. It's weird. Then when I finally could afford to get a phone and get phone service, and I got an Apple phone, all of my stuff from my previous Apple phone, all of that come flooding back in my pictures.
Yep.
And that should be a good thing, and it is. But it was at a time that, it was pictures of me and Casey and Tiffany having our good time, riding in the car, and then the grandkids, all of them together as a family unit. All that just come flooding back. Okay. Tony said, yes, you can retrieve your info from the hard drive. It just needs power.
Yeah. Depending on what type of laptop it is, and I don't know if you can do it to the newer ones, but I know you could do it to the older ones. You can actually take the hard drive physically out of the laptop by unscrewing the back of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have stuff saved on my cloud too. My pictures and stuff are there.
Yeah, with my phone, everything's backed
The
up
old
on,
phone,
I think it's called iCloud.
Good morning, Denise.
my mom's,
Oh,
I still have the phone, and I can look, and I can still look at the pictures.
Sandy, I told
I
Mama.
did not trade that phone.
I told Mama when she got her haircut, I said, "Oh, you got a Sandy haircut." Trying to look
Hey,
like you.
hairdressers opened up here today. We can now get haircuts.
Wow.
Good.
Oh, wow.
Yep,
That's
they opened
awesome.
up today. So nobody has got an excuse to walk around looking like they need a haircut anymore.
I'm reading, you guys.
I know. Your mouth ain't open. That's a good thing.
Look, I don't understand all that. I always get in touch with my sister-in-law. That's what I always do.
That's true, Ian.
Yeah, I just
Ian said they've been re-locked down.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
What stage? We're finally slowly coming out of ours. But we're cut in half. The countryside's in stage 2 and we're still in stage 4.
This virus is not going easily into the night.
No, not at all. Like, Victoria's been cut off from the rest of Australia because we were really high. And now we're quite low, but we're still cut off.
because it's working.
Well, that's it. It is working.
Good morning, Sandy.
Hi, sweetheart.
How you feeling?
I'm doing okay,
That's good.
other than a little burn to my stomach.
Yeah, her computer burned her.
What?
Her laptop burned her.
You know that happened to her. Fell asleep, put it on her bed, and the vent was pressed against her back.
Oh, okay.
Has a permanent scar from where it burned.
So that'd be where we're at.
It's sort of
We're
like falling asleep with the heating pad. We don't have heat pads. Ian said they're back in full lockdown.
Yep. So stage 4. We're currently in what they kind of classify it as 3.5. We're slowly opening up. Every 2 weeks, some area will open up depending on numbers.
But the area's still locked down. I mean, the Victoria's still not. It's still in itself.
Yeah, we're not allowed to go anywhere.
Yeah.
We're completely. Victoria itself is. Australia has kind of given Victoria the arse.
Yeah.
That's all right. We don't mind.
Ian, I showed not Ian. Ian, I have been scrolling through your Facebook and looking at your all your paintings. I've enjoyed that. Tony, I showed Casey because your Facebook it was pulled up on yours, and Casey said that painting of that eagle is just beautiful and amazing.
Oh my goodness.
Kathy, you have a great day, and I will get over there and watch the video and make a comment so it will stick. So you have a great day today, and thank you for stopping by this morning.
See you later, Kathy.
Bye, Cassie.
See you later.
I need to start getting Keevan's laptop when I go lay down and rest, and put it on the bed with me so I can rest with with Sandy.
Yep.
Make sure I catch Sandy live and let me sit there and get that part of it and be on this side of it. Not that side, but be on the listening side and the chatting, because trying to do it on the phone, I just can't see.
Yeah.
I can't
Yep.
see. And then when I try to type, I do all kind of. I type like Sonia. I get the Sonia typos when I'm trying to do it, and by then the whole topic's on something else, and I'm like, well, dang, erase. Oh my goodness, Ian.
That's true.
Yeah, last week was not a real good week.
No.
Well, actually, it was the weekend that kind of went cuckoo.
Yeah. I missed everybody. I felt discombobulated the whole week,
Mm.
not being on. But I hollered out one time. I was just eating a tiny Three Musketeers bar, just a tiny one. And I was chewing on my right side. And somehow my left tooth touched down on the other one and I yelled out. I mean, I just hollered. It hurt so bad. So
It only
I
takes that little bit of food to get in, and it's like someone's stabbing you with a knife.
I went and had to spit that out. I'm like, really? But I was able to eat the chocolate cake last night. It, it must have been what was in the frosting that was numbing it.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah, Monique. I tell people, sometimes I feel like our sisterhood on here is just flat out under attack. I mean,
Mm.
it's I know we do all have pain and insomnia. I don't have the insomnia because of my medication, but I know there's times Sandy can't sleep. And I know Lizz has a lot of hers is mostly sleep. She can't sleep. She just can't sleep at night.
It's nothing
Um,
worse than laying there staring at the ceiling.
yeah,
It frustrates you more.
Traci's pain has kept her up, and Denise is in a lot of pain. And I believe last night she couldn't sleep. Sandy and got in touch with you.
Yeah, we chatted for a while.
I did not realize that these women don't sleep at night until this tooth woke me up at 3 o'clock in the morning. And I looked at my phone to see what time it was. And I was like, what are all of my ladies are chatting? What are they doing? I should have went in the other room and we should have just done a call. But I couldn't have talked because I tried to come on. I just couldn't. So Grayscale, he's had that since he was a child. Yeah. See, I had it until they put me on medication.
Mm.
So my nervousness would cause me to lay in bed and look at the ceiling and be doing things in my head.
Yep, and even when you are sleeping, your brain's still going. Like your
Yeah.
body's asleep, but your brain's not.
MawMaw can't sleep because she worked third shift for so long. See, Traci was chatting with Lizz after 3 this morning.
Yeah, Liz sent me a message, and I'm like, "What are you doing awake?" Like I didn't reply, but yeah.
Yeah.
My computer kept going bing, 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 and I'm going, Liz and Traci, would you stop?
See, you're on a different timeline to me.
I know, but I was
So when
it was so funny. I said, "Are you?" Yes, yes. I called. I said, "Just talk to me. Just talk to me. Just talk to me. My legs are driving me crazy.
oh, restless legs, there's nothing worse.
Just talk to me." I thought you were a crazy woman.
Yeah.
So your mornings is my evenings.
Super pain.
So when I'm up really early and you guys are still on, I'm like, you guys are on late.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I seem to sleep for a couple hours at a time.
Same.
So
What Kevin has problems
Own kind of sleep.
sleeping because he drove a truck for so long.
Mm.
And when he drove that truck, he only would sleep a little here, a little there, and
Yeah, it's
he'd
hard
do
to.
a lot of driving at night. And
I mean, when he came to
Casey
shut, when he
said
did sleep, it's
he
pretty
just said he hasn't been sleeping because he's crazy.
Maybe that's my problem.
So I just said that's her problem.
he,
the vampire ship.
And what is it about the 3 o'clock hour?
I don't know. I was up at 4 this morning. I think they call it the witching hour, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
When I worked in a hospital, 3 o'clock was when everybody went south.
Was that with the full moon or the new moon?
With a full moon, it was even worse.
Yep.
But just in general, if somebody was going to expire, it would be around 3 o'clock.
Yep. They say in places where people go for mental health that on a new moon and a full moon, between the hours of 12 and 3 is their worst time.
Monique said it's when the spirit world of the dark is the most active. It's not a story. Casey read up on it because he kept being woken up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Until he finally, he said, got so mad. He said, "Okay, God, I'm up every morning, 3 o'clock. What do you want from me?" And that's when he started Bible study. And he said he was going to do it again, start back. And Mary said that's about the time that the bars closed. But he said what he read up is like mocking the Holy Trinity. So I don't know, but undoubtedly it's worldwide. People wake up at 3 a.m.
Well, I don't know what woke me up last night, but I was in a deep. I'd been asleep for probably 2 hours, and I was in a deep sleep, and just like that, I was awake, and it was kind of weird because I didn't actually wake up properly, probably for about 10 minutes. But once I was awake, that was it. But that was
Terry
4 for me.
Hi, Terry.
Hey, Terry.
I want to know where these emojis come from.
Okay, you guys, I had to take a look. My little nap thing worked.
You know, if you put apple cider vinegar in there, it does the same thing.
Yeah, that's what that was. It was a little bottle that smelled like vinegar, and you put half in one of the apples, and I got 2 of them, and you put it in the other apple. This worked. I'm going to check the kitchen to see if that worked. Monique, I do.
Yeah.
I recognize what's going on.
Yep.
And that's why it made me feel bad how I reacted. I reacted in a way that I should not have reacted.
Are you talking about the guy in the driveway?
I should have handled that in a different way. I really should have.
Yeah.
Instead of, like I told them, the crazy face.
You reacted as a mother, very concerned about her daughter.
Yep.
I know.
Exactly.
But with the way she was seeing me was not the way I was. And that's what I tried to tell her. No, that's just what your mind was showing you I look like, and that's not.
Mm.
Um, you can't when somebody is either mentally they've just completely lost touch with reality. They see things different. They see things
Yes.
different.
Yep.
Chris, I love you. Oh, he said it like he did the goodbye like Liz. God bless you and your family and your world. I love you all very much. Until we see each other again. Thank you, Chris.
Love you, Chris.
Thank you, Chris.
Sorry.
Mom, do you need help? But Chris, you're the sweetest. You just are the sweetest, and we love you.
Oh, yes.
We love you. I know Monique. And really, I was hoping that she was going to call the doctor and get in to see him. Um, and that's something her friend that was her sponsor begged them and said if she hurts herself, then that's going to be on you because she's not in her right mind.
Mm.
Um,
I know here they have to actually do something before they act, and it's frustrating because over the last probably week and a half, I've had to keep a high check on my husband, and for them to even intervene, he has to do something stupid, and it's wrong. It shouldn't be that way.
I know.
They should be able to get the help before it gets that far.
Well, I mean, the thing of it is, by the time the police got here, it was like she looked perfectly normal.
Yeah.
Like the switch kept flipping from one to the other, and when they got here, she just looked like her makeup was intact, and she just looked like I don't know what the problem is.
Yeah.
Good morning, Elizabeth.
My husband does exactly the same thing.
What did I miss? Darlene?
And she said, I don't know what the problem is. It's their problem. I don't know what they're talking about. So,
Darlene, what did I miss? What did I miss?
a miss.
She's asking, what did she miss?
I missed something here.
She doesn't understand what happened and why the police were called. Because she wasn't on when we were talking about it.
Oh, well, her actions were so outrageous and bizarre, and I recognized the behavior, and staying up for like almost 2 days. So I asked for just a drug test. We already have one here. And she just said no. Nope. She says she don't owe me nothing or nobody else. If her doctor asks her, she'll do it. If the courts ask her, she'll do it. I know it is, Monique. It is. But she says she doesn't owe me nothing. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I told her it's just a, respect that she, it's a sign of respect in my house. If you stay up for a couple of days and you've left the house and come back all upset for nothing, it's a respect thing when you come back to my house.
Yep.
And her dad kind of sided with her, and I told him that kind of messed it up.
Yeah, you need a united front.
Yeah.
And it's a healthy boundaries too, and that was a healthy boundary that you tried to put in place.
Yes.
But it's still hard.
Hi, Bruce.
Good morning, Bruce. Haven't seen you in a while.
Good to see you.
I'm so glad to see you.
Haven't seen
Good
you
morning. Good morning. Glad to see you. I talk about you guys, all of you guys. Like that we're all working together, and I see you guys at work from time to time. But Bruce Ian was in here today. Probably because I sent out the
helicopters.
Helicopters. He probably got tired of me blowing up his Facebook Messenger. But oh, you've been rebuilding your studio? That's what Ben's been doing. Look, Ben. I'm looking at my studio and it needs to be redone too. I need to put Sandy on, turn my screen around and work in here while I'm listening to Sandy. And Sandy, that's how I finished that painting that was so hard for me to do. I finished it while I was watching you.
Oh, good.
Elizabeth, it's a struggle, but I'm blessed with everybody. And prayer got her off the street, so prayer will continue.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is just a speed bump,
Yep.
It'll be all right. We all have speed bumps in our lives.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, now she did say it was a trust thing, but I said, how better to feel proud if you pass that drug test, to feel proud, to say, is 90 such a days. Hey, get out of that bag. What do you think you're doing? I bet there's chocolate in that bag. But and even now, her dad did tell her that. I heard him in there. He said, "What better way to feel good about yourself? That to show that I'm this many days and I'm still good." But even if she stumbled, that wouldn't have been. We could have wrote that. We could have wrote that day down. And we could have, said, okay, well, you had a stumble. We've got to go from here and do this, It wouldn't have been, oh, you failed that drug test, get the heck out of my house. It wouldn't have been that. And that's what I told her.
I'm sorry, I'm making you feel cold. It is cold here.
It is cold where you're at?
Yep. This is more of a comfort thing.
It was that, Monique. I mean, when she come back to live here, I told her, Mom's, how how I am. And there's things that, you have to do on your end. And that was one of them. And, but when it came down to me asking, it was this wild, wild blow up. So,
Yeah.
So that's when you called the police?
I didn't. Her sponsor did, because she wasn't in compliance. And that was something that she was told when she joined the Hosanna house. And then when she joined, she couldn't stay there because of her medical issues. Then April sponsored her. And that was one of the things that had to be, the court said that she had to stay in compliance, and that she had to stay in the program, or a program. So, her sponsor had to call it in that she wasn't in compliance.
It is important though that when she does come back, that she knows, as you were just saying before, that even if she did have a slip up, it's just start again, and no one's going to judge her for it.
I know Ben, but there's a whole different aspect to this. It's because the compliance is the trying to get her kids back. Without the compliance, she'll never, she won't be able to have access to her children. So that's the part that the Department of Human Resources, as we call it, DHR, that's the compliance they have to have. So that's why yeah. And even my husband said, I don't know Elizabeth where she's at. Keithan just called to see if she had showed up. But like he said, he gets drug tested all the time because he works for the city. He drives a truck. Anybody he worked for would throw out a random drug test. And it is hard. And all the stuff up here going on with missing the kids and trying to stay straight. I understand all of that. Because I haven't been on your guys' side, but I've been always on this side. I've always been on this side of it. Even with Kevin when we first got together. And being on this side is hard to explain too. It is very hard to explain what it's like to live with an addict. And we're not, and it's, we walk on eggshells. We don't want to say the wrong things and force somebody away. And it's just hard. It's hard.
I know when my oldest daughter and I were living together, it was like walking on eggshells.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's very difficult, because you could say the wrong thing and it blows up, and then you could say nothing at all and it blows up.
Yeah. It would either be me just ignore everything and just let it keep going on. But I'm, you know,
And that's where I had to learn the hard lesson as a parent, and also being on her side of the fence, that I had to put those healthy boundaries in, and I had to say, you can't behave like that. Um, but for me, it's different because I have younger children, and I had to set the example for them. But it's hard because you're watching them go through pain, and at the same time, you're trying to lead them down the right track.
and you know, it's just thank you, Tracy. And it's not a blame game. I don't
Yeah,
want you guys to
no,
think that. And you know, I told her that okay, hidden Jesus. I told her, I said, there's still people praying for you. There's people that you
yeah,
can reach out to on Facebook that's been there. I said, I said that understand where you come from. All you have to do, message them. I said
mm,
you can message them. You can find their names, and a lot of you guys are on her Facebook now. I said message somebody. You know, tell them I'm feeling this way. I said because if they can say I understand because I was there,
yep.
I can't say that. I just can do this side.
But you do understand the emotional side because of what with when it comes to the loss, so that you can share with her.
Um, and see, Keevan, like I could hear him in there. He was telling her, I understand because you know I've been there. I understand
Mm,
how hard it is. Monique, you're right. That's exactly, she wants to do it on her own. And
yeah,
she did say, I can't be under April or Mama because they love me, but they love me too. They suffocate me.
yeah,
They love me to where I can't think straight. And I know they love me, but I can't do it their way. I have to try to do it my way. Um,
mm,
and you're right that she's wanting to. And yeah, um, Vermont. I told her, I said, baby, I said, there's people that comes on in the morning. I said, they are either a year out. I said, some of them are 30 years out, 34 years out. And I said, but they said, take it one day at a time.
yeah.
And that's what
And
we were doing.
coming from myself, even now, and it's probably been 20, probably 20 years. Even now, when things get tough, my mind goes there. It's
Monique,
sorry,
the
go on.
she knows that, and she'll say, I appreciate everybody that was praying for me because I needed it. And she still
Mm,
does. And she'll know. Good morning, Beth. She will know in here that Mama is still throw that hashtag out there.
yep.
She's good. She knows now that Mama has all the people from around the world praying for me. So she will know that.
Yep.
Mary, we are blessed. I'm blessed because I have all you guys that we've all met one another. And you guys are such a wonderful group of people.
Yep.
Uh, wonderful family, all of you.
We
Oh,
mean it.
Oh, shucks. Thanks.
I like that icon. That
Me too,
is
Tracy. I'm going to keep her
beautiful.
in my prayers.
Oh yeah. Ooh, that's on the sandy cliff. Yay.
And it's, and I know it's a one day at a time, one day at a time. Um, but you know, I told her, I said, you know, we had plans. We were going to do makeup. She wanted to do makeup tutorials, and she wanted to do uh, makeup with mom, you know, and take a picture and find a picture, and both of us do our makeup looking at that picture and to see what the difference was. So we had plans, and um, I loved having her back home. I loved it.
I
Um,
do believe she'll come back.
it makes it very hard on, yes, Monique, she needs a program to where she will go into a place,
Yeah.
Mm,
because here it's too easy to get in with the wrong people. And me and
yep,
Casey, our anxieties were different, or our anxieties can only handle conflict so long before. Yesterday, I just wanted to shut down. Yesterday, Kevin asked me to cook breakfast. I just couldn't. I couldn't. Um, I could
mm,
hear, I could hear him and Tiffany and Casey in the kitchen. Um, and I just mentally, all I could do was lay there with my pillow and want to sink down so far in my bed and not have to even do the day. If that makes sense. I
that's
wanted to
true,
just
Ben.
be away from the day.
Mm,
And so that's how I used to do. Um, that's how I used to do. Before I came on here, I just stayed in my room, stayed in my bed, and did not do what I mean, of course I'd cook, of course I'd do laundry and stuff like that when I could because of my pain level. But other than that, my anxieties caused me to just not want to, what the Tracy calls, not even human today.
yep.
So,
Call it the
um,
not having today.
yeah,
Mm,
run from my problems and responsibilities. And so I do know, and that's why I told her, babe, I do know. I know what you went through out there because I was with you.
mm,
Um, I was out there with you in my head, and you guys are all the ones that got me through my year. And it wasn't until recently I opened up about um, my journey with her. And
mm.
but it was doing this every morning, um, meeting Tracy, meeting everybody, that made me not go crazy, not go down that rabbit hole. So that's what I call it, a mind rabbit hole.
Yeah,
Um, because it was leaning on Casey, and it was hard for him. You know, I was leaning too much on him. Oh, yeah, Monique. I, I would come on here because we had some silly, NASCAR man, Derek used to be so silly. So when we had the full crew up here, and was being so silly and stuff, I would be so happy. Hey Tim, good morning. Good morning. Um, I could come on here and laugh, and didn't fake the laughter. I had time to, you know, everything would be out of my mind, and I'd have fun, and I laugh, and thank you, Tim. And I was able to come on here and laugh and smile and be playful, and oh my gosh, it was wonderful. Not saying it's not now. Um, but there were times when it all first happened, that once I stopped the broadcast, my heart would break, and I would sit and just cry. Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. The greatest goal in life is to be perfect at being imperfect.
Hmm.
And Bruce, I am most definitely I mean, that's what I told the person when we had a troll one time. I said, I would gladly tell you my faults, for they are many. I That's why I like the scripture. I fall short of the glory of God. I do that daily. Many times during the day I fall short. And I have so many faults because nobody's perfect, but I am far from perfect. I am so, oh,
You're perfect for us.
and Mary's known me for a long time too. Mary knew me because I met Mary through Casey. A lot of people I did, but
on Porch Church.
but
Hmm.
I would break down afterward. The day that I was live and somebody messaged me through Facebook and told me that's how I was told while I was live. Hey, what's going on? I just heard your grandkids were taken away. So here I am live
Mm.
and looking at that,
Yeah.
and my chest feeling so tight and my breath knocked out of me. And when I stopped the broadcast, I fell to pieces. Um, and every morning after that, I wanted to give up, but I couldn't give up. God didn't let me give up because it was like he told me, keep going, keep going. I would get in my prayer closet, you guys, and I'd pray. I'd close that door of that tiny confined space, breathe in the relaxation, and talk to him. And it's so cluttered now, I can't get in it. And I would start out every morning like I do now. start out with a smile at you guys and show love. If I pour my love out to you guys, I try to pour out as much as I can because you guys give me so much. But God loves all of us. He loves us, and there's no way we can be perfect. And oh, Denise's internet just went out. Bruce, it ain't wanting to show me. Bruce, it says it is the media. Oh, there it is. Oh my goodness. Beautiful. I mean, who can't smile when you're seeing beautiful creations that God made in flowers? Beautiful creations. And we're all made different. No, no, we don't have to know all of them. I had my rheumatologist tell me, she said, it's not up to you whether you live or die. She said, it's up to him. And she said, you can't be hard on yourself. And, that was my rheumatologist. I love her, Dr. Ali, Ali. She got her degree in Pakistan. We hidden. We just pray. When we do bad things, because we all do, and that's the point I got to her. We all have our faults. We all have something, but you know what? He loves all of us anyway.
Yes.
He loves us no matter what. Because every one of the disciples, look what happened in their lives.
Yeah, they weren't the best
Yes,
person,
ma'am.
but they
Yes,
changed.
ma'am.
God can change all of us.
MawMaw says she would appreciate the prayers.
Oh yeah, you got them,
I
Mama.
did, MawMaw. We prayed this morning. I told them that you've been falling. I'm going to share that mouse. All right, let me see. Let me see if this is it. Nope, that one's not it. Let me find the other one. I want you guys to see that mouse of I have 3 screens up, you guys.
You think?
No. You guys, I'm just you go. I'm gonna find it. One more try. One more try.
I know you'll find it.
Ah! There's no sin greater than another one.
Exactly.
That's just how. If I can't get it this time, wait, I'm gonna do it this way. Let me find it this way. There we go. Why can't I find why can't I find my good There it is. I'm going to show that, Bruce. I am going. There it is. Now, there we go. There we go.
Too cute. Oh my goodness.
And then the flowers. Bruce, if you took those pictures, you did a beautiful job. You did a beautiful job.
Yes, you did. You always do.
And I thank God I have people that will send me things like that. It's wonderful.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you took those at the supermarket.
Darlene, you need to get up and move or something.
Mm-hmm.
You've been
You
sitting
guys, I am going to call it a day because today's the first day and yesterday was so stressful. And I'm tired. I'm so tired. But you guys, I love you. I'll be back tomorrow and I'm sure I'll feel better tomorrow, even better tomorrow, taking another round of my the antibiotics for my tooth. Thank you guys for your prayers. Thank you guys for coming on in the mornings and helping me through with my life. You know, just we have to pray one for another, every day. And if you think of somebody, if you have Facebook, if you have somebody on Facebook, send them a message. Oh, Todd's wife, you guys, Flippin' Hustler. He is on YouTube, Flippin' Hustler. His wife had strokes a few weeks ago, and pray for her. His name's Todd. Just pray for Todd's wife. She's young. I call young,
Yeah.
and had several strokes. So, and they have a young daughter. So, it's just even if you have to write it down, Todd's wife. And I'll leave it on that. Um, but you guys, please, please have a blessed day and know that I love you guys. And I'll see you tomorrow.
Love you. Love you.
Love you.
Love you.